Bearded dragon, Pagona viticeps. Average size 18 to 24 inches. Average lifespan is 10 to 15 years. And minimum enclosure requirements are 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. Rankins dragon, Pagona henry. Average size is 6 to 12 inches. Average lifespan is 6 to 10 years. Minimum cage requirements is 36 inch by 18 inch by 12 inch. Which dragon is best for you? Let's find out. There are some main differences between these two lizards. However, they have much more in common than they have differences. For starters, they both can be found basking in neighboring rocks or tree stumps in the outbacks of Queensland, Australia. They are heat-loving lizards, enjoying basking spots between 110 and 120 degrees. Their diet is basically identical, which in captivity consists of veggies and leafy greens, insects including cockroaches, crickets, and superworms. They require a water dish, preferably one large enough for them to soak in. They both require UVA and UVB, which helps in calcium absorption. Now, with all that they have in common, they do have a few differences which might not be as easily spotted as their clear size difference. This is an adult Rankins dragon. This is an adult bearded dragon. The Rankins dragon has a bow tie pattern, which you could see right on the back. The bow tie pattern going right down their back. The bearded dragon just has more of a stripe down its back. They do have some dotting on the sides, depending on the color and pattern morph of your bearded dragon. Rankins dragons don't have the big beard that bearded dragons have. Bearded dragons, mostly males, when they get upset or occasionally during breeding season, they'll puff out their neck, and this underneath right here turns jet black. Bearded dragon spines along their body and head are also larger and more pronounced than the ones in the Rankins dragons, as you can see. So how do you decide which dragon is best for you? The first and most important thing you need to do is ask yourself, how much space do I have? As mentioned at the beginning of the video, the minimum enclosure size I recommend is a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot for a bearded dragon, and a 36 inch by 18 inch by 18 inch or 36 inch by 18 inch by 12 inch for a Rankins dragon. For Rankins and beardies, I tend to go with shorter enclosures as they are more terrestrial animals, meaning they spend most of their time on or near the ground. This doesn't mean that they won't enjoy some rocks or branches to climb on, though. Also, I find it easier to heat the enclosure and reach the optimal basking temperatures with shorter enclosures. The 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot enclosure would usually be a PVC enclosure, which are becoming widely available, and the prices are starting to be very reasonable as well. I believe Dubia.com has them starting for around $220. The 36 inch by 18 inch by 18 inch or the 36 inch by 18 inch by 12 inch would most likely be a glass Exoterra or Zoomite front opening enclosure. Although they are starting to make PVC enclosures in those smaller dimensions too. You can definitely go with a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot, or even a 4 foot by 2 foot by 1 foot tall for your Rankins as well. The bigger the better for most animals. Also, Rankins tend to be more social than beardies, and have been successfully kept in groups. Although I would still only recommend one male per enclosure, as the males can fight. If you do decide to keep several dragons, you want them in the largest enclosure that you can get for them. And the key is visual barriers. What's a visual barrier? Glad you asked. A visual barrier is exactly what it sounds like. It's a piece of enclosure furniture that blocks line of sight between dragons. This could be a cave, cork bark, foliage, branches, rocks. Use your imagination. One thing to remember is you don't want to go too big too quick. A baby dragon, Rankins, or beardy should start out in a 20 to 40 gallon enclosure. Babies can easily become stressed out in larger enclosures. Remember, in the wild, being in a large space is a death sentence for a baby, beardy or Rankins dragon. They can be easily picked off by any number of predators. They tend to stay in fairly confined spaces for at least several months, usually hiding in rock crevices or fallen trees. By the time your dragon is about a year old, it can go into its full-size enclosure. Just be sure to have plenty of hiding and basking spots for them. You always want to have a place where your dragon can retreat to, because just like people, sometimes your dragons just want to be left alone and not on display for everyone to see. So, have you decided which dragon is best for you? They both have generally very calm temperaments, as you can see with them chilling out in my hands for most of this video, and seem to actually enjoy human contact. They will occasionally get a little rambunctious and try to run away, but for the most part, both dragons are fairly calm and chill and will just relax and chill with you for most of the day. This guy will usually just sit on my shoulder while I'm going around cleaning enclosures. The Rankins are a little bit smaller, so they tend to be a little bit more flighty, but they're still a pretty chill animal. They may even run to the door of the enclosure when they see their owner coming near, begging to be let out and held. Although, they may also see the bugs you're holding in your hand and want food too. So, in my opinion, the best dragon is yes, which is why I have both. Can you chill, please? Can you chill? Thank you. You done? Huh? Are you done flipping out? Just chill like your girl over here, okay? If you want more in-depth care info, please check out the video on the top. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe so you know when we upload new videos. Comment down below with which dragon you prefer, and I'll see you in the next one.